My fiancée disappeared for 9 hours with zero contact, so I called the police. Now she says I ruined her life. Last night my fiancée, 38F, left around 7:45 p.m. to give her friend's son a ride home. She casually mentioned she'd be back before 9, totally normal errand, nothing dramatic. 10:15 p.m. rolls around, she's not home, I text her. She replies saying the kid actually lives in the next town over, about 30 minutes away, and she's heading back now. She apologizes for the delay. Fine, annoying but fine. 11:45 p.m. Still not home. I call, no answer. I text, no response. Now I'm irritated. 12:30 a.m. Nothing. Calls ring, no pickup. Texts unread. Now I'm angry. 1:30 a.m. Anger turns into something much worse. Worry. She hasn't answered a single call, not one text. She was driving late at night on a highway between towns. It's dark. It's winter. People fall asleep at the wheel. Cars go off roads. Accidents happen. 1:45 a.m. I call the police. I tell them I just want to know if there have been any traffic accidents involving her car. The operator says they'll put out the word and send patrol cars along the route she would have taken. After that, I start calling hospitals, every hospital in the surrounding area. I stand outside watching the road for her headlights for 3 hours, partly because I don't want the kids hearing me panic on the phone, partly because I feel physically sick. 7 a.m., she pulls into the driveway, just pulls in. Like it's any normal morning, she walks in and apologizes for being out all night and says she has no excuse. Her explanation? She says while driving home she got extremely tired and felt like she was going to fall asleep at the wheel. So she pulled over on the side of the road to nap. While parked, her brand new phone apparently stopped working. She says she decided sleeping was the responsible thing to do instead of risking an accident, so she slept all night. And then drove home at 7 a.m. to take the kids to school and go to work. I immediately call the police back, give them the case number, and tell them she's home safe. They say they'll stop searching. I think that's the end of it. It's not. Later that morning, I get a call from an officer asking where she works. I tell him and ask why. He says it's policy to check on the person's wellness after a missing report is filed. I ask them not to go to her workplace. I ask if they can just call her instead. He says he can't promise anything. They go to her job. She's relatively new there. A police officer shows up and asks to speak with her. Now she's furious. She says I overreacted. She says she wasn't missing. She says I embarrassed her at her new job. She says I was punishing her for doing the responsible thing by not driving while drowsy. She says she's never going to leave the house again except for work because she's afraid I'll call the cops on her. And the part that really stunned me, she says I should have waited 2 days before reporting her missing. 2 days for someone who left at 7:45 p.m. and didn't come home until 7 a.m. with zero contact. So now I'm sitting here wondering, did I overreact? Or did my fiancé disappear for 9 hours in the middle of the night and expect me to just go to sleep?